should be able to complete this pass, but
I don't know. It's going to be.
But
no, that was not a good move. Not a good move.
Contact.
That wasn't a good move either.
Caution.
Oh, this young man had such a great night going.
Look, I mean, right here, I mean, he's just not clear.
I think Priest probably didn't appreciate that a whole lot. That probably got this all started where they made a little bit of contact. And
this is coming off four.
He's so close, Daniel Hemrick, so close in the 8 to being clear, and he just needed another inch.
Here's Daniel Hemrick.
I had enough of it.
They're trying to find something.
Oh, yellow out once again, and it's the 54 of Austin.
These trucks rely so much on side force that. Yep, there you go. It looks like he pushed up into him. You know, but there again, he pushed. You got to know enough to roll out of the throttle and wait for the next lap.
We talked about being in trouble off the corner. It really happens into the center of the corner. That's a perfect case of that as Spencer Gallagher does a nice job.
His car working very well. Look at him really shoot on trouble in front of him. One car in the air. Spins around in that big smoke cloud. There are more cars wrecking behind them. Oh, and Waltrip's car had come to a stop and got pounded. Andy Santerre. Oh, last year's Rookie of the Year from Maine. That's Santerre's number 47 that is wrecked. Here is Michael Waltrip's car. And that is Waltrip's car was stopped when it got hit, and it got slammed into by a third machine. Jeff Purvis is involved. There is Purvis.
There's Purvis' car, number 4.
He might have had a little bit of help there. It looked like Kenseth might have got into the back. You see the car trying to get up, those flaps on the roof there, help get it back down. That keeps the car from flying backwards and getting and turning over back there.
But look at all of this smoke, and those drivers coming in there, they can't see where they're going, and as Mike said, they're slowing down, and then they start hitting each other and further intensifying the wreck.
Let's show you a different angle of it.
There they're coming off of turn 2, and you can see the yellow car of Kansas, and you see those roof flaps that Buddy mentioned there. Keeps the car down on the ground, but look at all that smoke.
Adam Petty
gets past.
Now Michael Waltrip's sitting and looking.
Just hoping nobody will hit him.
Well, and he knows there's a lot of trouble behind him because he can see him coming.
Yeah, he's facing them there.
Hillenberg slides by. Now watch, I believe it's Andy Santerre. It is who piles into Waltrip. It's Andy Santerre, and that's how Santerre's leg got injured. And that side-on slide into Michael Waltrip.
Caution is out.
That was coming onto pit road, and that's the 26.
He actually hit the wall.
Yeah.
Hit the
inside wall of pit road.
Road wall.
Came off of turn 3. We can see tire tracks. See if, definitely sideways off 3.
It doesn't spin all the way out. That's why he ends up on pit road. Fortunately, he didn't hit the end of pit road, the end of pit road wall. You see everybody.
Gordon Kyle Busch coming on track. Trouble! Casey Kane around and through the grass. Yep. And he's going to keep it off the wall. He has really put some damage to the left front of that car.
Sure did, and that's a product of these things starting to they get snappy. They just start
going backwards on pit road, coming at you guys.
The back end starts bouncing, waltzing around, and you can't save it.
Now, it was the right and left front that dug into the grass and did all that damage, I believe.
You see those boys unload a backup car.
What they'll do is they'll fix this thing, but only in case they have to have it in an emergency.
There goes spin behind you. Just roll out of it here. Roll out of it. Caution's out. You're clear all around.
This is just 2 car. Watch his car. He wobbles just a little bit, makes a couple little moves there. Round he goes.
He's not going to be quite as lucky. You can see the minute he started hitting that grass, not quite as lucky as Brad Keselowski.
That's a backup.
Because underneath that front splitter, underneath the front valence, that splitter is still there. And when it takes a bounce and gets to the grass, little bounce there, boom.
Kind of reminds me of Carl Edwards after the All-Star race at Charlotte last year. Looked exactly like what he did to his car.
Yeah.
dug into the grass and just ripped a
car. Got a little sideways in the corner.
Man, he's chasing it.
Whoa.
That is big loose right there. Looks like he might have started feeling something right there. Looks like the right rear tire's still up, though.
Now watch him just trying to hang on to it here. In this one, it was just no way of catching it.
Gosh, right up there at the exit of turn 4 again. Let's follow along here with him. Looks like he's starting to get loose as the car goes towards the flat of the front straightaway.
Stay on it. On that brake.
Oh.
Wow.
In the straightaway. He almost had it saved. He spun it off.
Oh, trouble on the back, guys. See cars going around.
3 cars around, mid-stretch. Truex wrecked. Mark Martin wrecked. Regan Smith in the outside wall. Caution at lap 215.
Mark Martin, you see, he's okay. He's trying to get his window net down.
And remember, Martin Truex still sore from that hard crash at Martinsville last Sunday.
Watch it there, watch it, watch it. 2 are in that one, man. You all right, Mark? You all right, bud?
Look, I know these cars are safer. This is exactly what I talked about in the pre-race show. The cars are safer, the tracks are safer, but these guys, they risk something. They're risking their safety every time they get in one of these things.
Trucks. Guys, there's side-by-side battles all over the road.
Big problems here as the 33 of Jones spins around and collects a couple, including the 9 truck of William Byron. And the K&N Pro Series East champ is already into the wall here tonight.
I think maybe William in the 9 and Brandon Jones in the 33 got together a little bit. Look at all the damage to that 33 truck. One of the guys you thought maybe get to victory lane tonight. Go through the dog leg. Looked like Brandon maybe thought he was clear. William still had his nose up in there. They made contact and it turned the 33 around.
Also, Cole Custer in there as well in the 00.
Yeah, I think pretty significant damage to him too. See the big contact into the right side, and then he clips Byron. I think William just felt like he had the space to run on the outside of Brandon Jones, and Jones went up like he wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't think William had any idea that Brandon Jones was going to move up the racetrack. Gets into the 00 Cole Custer. That turns him back into William, or actually avoids William, but then Cole Custer with nowhere to go makes contact with William.
Watch the job Timothy Peters does here. The veteran just working it so close to the inside and avoiding contact with the 33.
Neil Hemrick almost got into the back of him. And behind, big trouble. A huge wreck going out of turn number 1. That has been a trouble spot all afternoon.
My goodness.
Regan Smith is going to have a strong run here this afternoon. All got started around J.J. Yaley, Dylan Lupton, and the 39 of Ryan Sieg.
Yeah, I think William Byron was involved in that too, as I see from one of our other cameras. He's got a lot of front end damage.
They go through turn 1. Sam, like I say, Sam really had to woe it down to make that corner, DJ. Hemrick almost got into the back of him.
Yeah, I think William Byron might have started that spin right behind Elliott Sadler, and that's what triggered all of this, I believe. You can see the 9 car there right in the front of that. He's able to continue, but I believe it was him getting sideways there in turn 1.
And then it's Balicki who meets Lupton nose to nose. 5 of Michael Annett. I think he got it woed down. Yep, backing up now.
You can see the 9 car. But he was actually spinning across in front, actually going across to the other side.
Ryan Sieg took evasive action down to the right.
Spots in this race.
Thanks, Chris. Followed by the trouble turn 2. Montoya hard in the wall with Sauter.
These guys had been going at it hard. Kyle Busch in the 5, he had been in this group right here. They've been going at it for about 3 or 4 laps. A lot of damage to the left rear of that 70 car.
Just ahead of them, and squeeze play here.
You know, I'm not so sure that he didn't make a little contact with Ryan Newman, the 42 car of Montoya, and that sent him into the 70 car of Sauter.
Now, those two have a history, Montoya and Newman, but the last dust-up between the two of them was not a driver incident.
Yeah, you can see right there, he gets into Johnny. Johnny was just, the 70 was just the victim, but you're right, Mike. They got together at Talladega. I talked to Montoya. He said, look, we didn't get together. My steering broke. And it made it look like, yeah, they were just at it again.
Let's watch from Jeff Burton.
Let's see right here if, yeah, I'm thinking that the 12 may have just.
54 is not done. Oh, got a crash.
David Starr involved. Hard hit into the wall. The 55 of Jeffrey Earnhardt, our 7th yellow of the day.
All right, that's a shame for Jeffrey Earnhardt. Hard crash for he and David Starr.
Looked like the car got up high. I wonder if the car spun and collected him.
Oh, and Darrell Wallace Jr. also got a piece of the action. Wow.
Brennan gone up high.
Bubba was loose on the inside of Brennan. Another car.
Jamie McMurray, trouble. That is at the inner loop where he is. The damage on the left side of the car probably tells me he had some trouble under the S's somewhere. That's where I would guess that trouble happened. Possibly might have blown a tire. You can see the crease in the door where the guardrail, where he got up against the guardrail. Jamie was running 7th at the time. That car is destroyed. There's nowhere good for that tire to blow, but that's one of the worst spots.
We just wrecked.
Look at the imprint of the guardrail and the sheet metal. You can just see, I mean, it just ringed that guardrail. Even just had got the 4th gear, so he's getting up.
And Vickers. The other irony is that Tony Stewart, who's now steaming up the outside. Oh,
trouble.
Ricky Rudd in the wall.
Trouble back
Nemechek
there.
around. Kyle Busch.
You know what? I'm not so sure that wasn't started. Oh, is that Dale?
Jeff Burton, 31 car. Kyle Busch, another wreck today, just like yesterday.
And a very hard hit.
That is. He's old. There's a window net coming down.
Boy, it's good to be 21, Darrell.
Nemechek's car crashed.
Kyle's going to drive it back.
It's going to try to.
I don't think it's going to go anywhere but in a circle, and if he's not careful, it's going to cook that engine because you know the radiator, you can see the water running out from under it.
I tell you, we got to take a look at this, but I believe the 48 car was involved in this little skirmish. The 8 car right here.
But the 96, Tony Raines, looks like he got up into Jimmy Johnson, the 48, initially off turn 2, I believe, Darrell.
I believe you're right, Larry. I saw the 48 move. Gosh, that's a hard lick by those 2 cars. Good thing the safer barrier is there again.
Let's look from the rear bumper of Kevin Harvick's Pennzoil Chevy.
Oh, man, look at Nemechek's car go airborne. And then Kyle Busch's car goes airborne when it hits the rear wheels come off the ground.
You're riding with Jeff Burton.
Oh, man. Oh. Gosh,
that was when the 5 car.
Listen, y'all. I know you don't know what that feels like unless you've been in one of these crashes. You can't imagine how that hurts.
The good news, Darrell, everybody is either driving back like Jeff Burton or has climbed from their cars. Okay,
Mike, it's like Muhammad Ali would walk up